The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I sure know where he's gone. No idea you'd pull that trigger, but I know what he done. Now you're running and you're hiding, all confused but still you're clear. I guess I know we had it coming, 'cause the scars show what he's done. All I see is just a woman never trust nobody, never wanna give you heart. Living alone, making a brand new start. I can't stop the rain, make you stop to love again. I can stop the rain, break out falling chains. Say you never loved nobody, don't wanna give you heart. Living alone, making a brand new start. I can't stop the rain. Try to make you love again. I can stop the rain. Make you start. I understand you're hurting. Can't forget what he has done. Nobody ever will believe you as you lifted up your gun. Watch it fall into the floor, calling out your name. Know you had your reasons, but I can't stop the pain.
This is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Sunday night, Outlaw Radio Nation is in the house. We have another great episode, Jim.
That is right. We just played 3 songs. I'm sure you counted them. Hey, I really liked them all. But that Paul Austin, he has quite a voice, doesn't he, Jeff?
He does. I was singing along with it. It sounded great.
Stop the Rain.
Loved it.
What a great mix. What a great voice.
I can't stop the rain.
Good for him.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Paul Austin.
Yeah.
From the United Kingdom. Was in Los Angeles last week. Played the Whiskey A Go-Go. He also played the Viper Room, Johnny Depp's place, and cool. Universal Bar.
Yeah, he's getting around for being from England. I don't know how he could afford flying all these places and stuff like that, especially to L.A. England. Isn't that like thousands and stuff like that?
Spent all his time on the road. Hey, did you know that all those venues that they played, all of those were all backlined with every instrument? So all they had to do is just walk in, plug in the guitars that they had there. Probably took a little bit of time getting used to. I'm sure because it's not your instrument.
I'm sure he brought a guitar with him or something, right? Or maybe not, but how can you got to be able to practice in between gigs?
Yeah, I don't know, Jim.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him that.
I have no idea. Also, we heard Sozin with Broken Shield. And what kicked us off, Jim?
Distant Sun Rising.
With the song Bottleneck.
Sounds like a slide guitar part or something.
All right, well, tonight at 8 o'clock, we have Gregory Nicholas coming on at 8 p.m. I just said that. Talk seances, hauntings, and otherworldly encounters. The paranormal segment takes us to aliens and Nazis in Antarctica. Admiral Byrd. We have music tonight by, and I forgot, the Shanae. We have the Swamp. Jim's bringing a little bit of the Swamp.
Just a little taste. We could only do it in little bits, or people are going to go, wait a minute, this is too political, so I try to keep it short. But it's pretty interesting, some of the stuff I figured out today. I actually did this in my own writing. I didn't just copy somebody.
Guess what? I don't care if it's too political. Do what we want. We're outlaws.
I guess that's right.
That's right. We're outlaws. We also have music tonight by Sacred, The Rising Fall with their new song. Nightmare Empire from Cleveland, Mr. Moonlight's new song, Still in Darkness, 51 Boneyard, and then we're going to do a special drop by My Cleveland Project with the song called Alone.
Oh, good.
So you ready, Jim?
Yeah.
All right, kiddies, here we go.
Are you ready?
All right, so I have some shout-outs. We have some fans on X that wrote us and wanted to see if we'd give them some shout-outs like we do for people on Facebook and LinkedIn and on YouTube. So tonight's shout-outs on X go to Lauren Jenkins, Pearl Penn, Florper, Nancy Jarvis, Marie, and Brittany Wolf. Thank you so much for watching the show and supporting Outlaw Radio Nation. Isn't that great, Jim?
That is awesome. Thanks a lot.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yes, it is.
So,
X.
Yeah, X. That's the Elon Musk channel.
That is right.
Remember all those people that were on X, exited X because they were going to go to Blue Sky?
What happened to Blue Sky? I wonder what's bigger right now. You know, all of a sudden you're not hearing about Elon at all. He's blacklisted from the news or something now. And you never hear anything about how he's doing financially, his car company, X, all his other stuff.
He's probably happy he's away from all of it.
He probably has thousands of satellites that he's trying to monitor right now.
Well, remember they just launched 18 satellites recently? Starlink?
I can't imagine. He's
freaking busy.
What's he spend $1 million a minute every day or something like that? How do you do that?
Wouldn't that be awesome to have that type of money?
He's bringing in some kind of cash or something.
You wouldn't have to worry about nothing. All right, so Thursday night, Outlaw Radio Nation is back on at 5:30. We'll be back on. We might have a very special guest, Jim. We might have somebody that's a huge blues guitarist.
Oh, is that right?
Popping in on the show.
Oh.
So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
That's right.
That everything works out. Because if he pops in, we're going to talk to him for a few minutes.
And when's this going to happen?
Hopefully Thursday.
Yes.
Hopefully Thursday.
I'm hoping.
All right, so next Sunday we have Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show at 8 p.m. We'll be talking about hauntings and their brand new season that's coming up. We've had them on once, and it was a very cool, interesting conversation, and I have some good questions for them this time.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
So that'll be good. Also, I want you all out there to support Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365. We have brand new playlists are up for the month of August. Mr. Moonlight has a show Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. The Paranormal Chef is Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon. And you can watch Outlaw Radio Nation on Thursdays at 6:30. So when we're starting to wind up our show on Thursday nights, the show for Outlaw Radio Nation will be kicking off on Rockstar Radio.
That is so excellent, Jeff. Good job pulling that off.
It took like 3 hours of work. I had to upload all of the songs that we played in the last month to the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to take the playlist and add the new songs to it and remove some songs so I could stay within the 2-hour time frame. Can't tell you who I did. Replaced.
Good job.
And then I put all those shows down. Now I'm thinking about doing another show once a month on Thursdays in replace of Outlaw Radio Nation, called it The Degenerates, and then do like a whole Cleveland rock playlist. What do you think?
Sounds interesting. The Degenerates, you said?
The Degenerates.
The Degenerates?
Degenerates.
Degenerates, okay.
Degenerate. Okay.
I need some water.
Drink some aqua. Okay, I also want to thank our sponsors, BVS Film Studios. Thank you. Also want to thank Zenify.
You spray it on and it goes away.
Where can they find a Zenify, Jim?
Contact me.
Contact Jim.
Basically, yes.
And what's your email to contact you through Zenify?
It's jimbellinger71@gmail.com. Or it's
Can they get a free sample?
oh yes, free samples are cool. So if you have shingles and it's not subcutaneous tissue, can't get under the skin, but if it's on the surface of the skin, you spray it on, and it
Spray it on.
It takes a day or so, but you'll notice it right away. And Stibrick, Rob Stibrick used it.
Good job, Stibbs.
He's a monster guitar player that kind of hangs out at Smedley's, and last summer he said, "Jim, look at my arm," and he showed it to me.
It would have been so great if he was like, "Look at my wiener."
And it was, I'm glad it was his arm, not his wiener.
Man, that thing.
But it had shingles all over it. And he
Tiny
goes,
and gross.
he says, "This is death right here. I can't even touch my arm." So I said, I got some stuff. You want to try it? And he goes, "I'll try anything right now." So I gave it to him, and a few days later, he said, my shingles went away after I sprayed this stuff on the shingles on my left arm. So he was really happy. So anybody have the guts to try this stuff, we can meet. We could talk about it. I'll spray it in my mouth. I'll spray it in my butt if I have to, just to show you that it's safe. Boy, I'm rambunctious today, aren't I?
Yeah, you sure are. Hey, Jim, what if you have a toe fungus? Can you spray it on your toe fungus and it'll go away?
Yeah, but it works on toe fungus, yes.
What if you have really bad breath?
You gargle with it, and the breath will go away completely.
Oh, jock itch, huh?
Stuff does everything, though. It does so much, you're going to go, "Hey, get out of here. You're full of it." So, but if you have any questions, it works on conjunctivitis.
Yeah, very cool. All right, guys. Well, this is Jim Bellinger. He owns a Zenify, so if you have any of those ailments, hit him up for a little sample and try it out.
Zenify.com is my website. You could go to the page that says shopping, and it'll give you all the uses for it. It includes
what we need to do is have a
stuff.
Infomercial for you, so we could just play it.
So what did you use it for? When I gave it to Jeff about 4 months ago, because he was doing this every 2 seconds, And I said, I got something for you. And he had a sore throat. And what else was it?
Yeah, it was post-nasal drip. It took it right away for hours and hours.
It went away.
I suggest it for all singers out there because it's great for the throat.
It really is.
Yes,
If
it's
you have a sore throat caused by a virus, spray it in your throat, and that sore throat is guaranteed to go away if it's a virus. You know, if it's caused by cancer, forget it. But so the issue that I have, I don't really know what your you need to talk to a doctor to get a proper diagnosis, really. So, but
it's my nose drips and it tickles my throat.
So
that's what
you
happens.
You don't have to be a genius to figure out that.
All right. I also want to thank Sacred Vortex Tea House for all their support. Last but not least, I want to thank Wild Cucumber LLC. That's for you, Chris. All right, Jim, let's play a song.
Okay, sounds good. Before I say more crazy things.
More stuff about Zenify?
About my butt, apparently. I don't know where that came from.
He sprays it on his crack.
Oh, it works for hemorrhoids, too, actually. Now
oh, good God. Here we go.
It does. It
Hemorrhoids.
does.
All right, so we have a brand new song. It's dropping right now. We did play it on Thursday, but I think these guys missed it. This is My Cleveland Project with the song Alone.
Okay.
I never felt the love when you held me in your arms. When we sat and talked, you never heard a word. I tried to do my best, never good enough, never felt complete with the times that we shared. The times that I shared with you, I'm all alone. You took my heart away from me.
What's up, Outlaw Radio Nation? That was my Cleveland Project with the song Alone.
A new one.
Brand spanking new. Good job, my Cleveland Project.
That's right.
Dave, you have a distinct voice. Every time you sing, I know it's you now.
Yes.
We know. And I heard Renee in the background wailing.
Was Renee singing in the background?
Yeah,
there?
she was wailing in the background.
I want to hear more of Renee.
I think that song's about a broken relationship.
Well, probably.
Said, my Clean Project's listening. He said, thanks, guys.
Hey, it sounds good.
Matt Kuka said, this is
Hey,
a
Matt.
fantastic song.
Yeah.
Well done, my Clean Project.
All right, Matt.
Well done, guys. Waited long enough.
Okay.
All right, so we have a nice schedule. I'm going to go over it so you guys could see what we're up to and what we got going on. As you know, tonight at 8 o'clock, Gregory Nicholas will be on. He's an author, celebrity psychic. He's a Reiki master, and he's a medium. And he's been on our show many, many times. I've known him for probably now going on 5 years. And he does readings, and he does some really cool stuff, and he's full of a lot of information. So tonight's interview is going to be a lot of fun. So we welcome him back.
He's a busy man, isn't he? He's working. It seems like every day or something.
Yeah.
He's doing something. So he's
Every
busy.
single day he's out there helping people.
I see his stuff on Facebook and
Yeah.
his advertisements.
Yeah, they do a lot of seances. He does a lot of stuff with hauntings. Yeah, we're excited to have him again tonight. He's a great guy, and he's got a wealth of information. Also, next Sunday, we have Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show. They're coming back, and Greg happens to be on that show. So he's going to have some stories about that, too, I'm sure.
Nice.
So on the 24th, we have Sully and Friends. Sex Sully is coming. We're going to be talking about Nostradamus that night. August 31st, we have Damaged Inc. The Paranormal Chef will be back on talking about the UFO disclosure because there's a lot of stuff happening. Wow. Lots. I've been reading up on it, Matt. Give you a good run for your money. We also have the Zack Attack back.
Oh, yeah.
On September 7th, we have The Unsatisfied. We're going to do a little paranormal history of executions and executioners. It's pretty cool. On the 14th, that show is wide open. We don't have any guests set up right now. And we're going to be talking about Project Sign and Project Artichoke in our paranormal segment.
Don't know what any of that means.
It'll be fun. You're going to enjoy it. Okay, so on the 21st of September, we have Over Medicated. On that night, we're going to be doing our voting for the Outlaw Radio Nation Award Show.
That's right.
Information will be forthcoming soon. Okay. On the 28th, we have Jet Star. And then we're going to be talking about bizarre foods of the gods. Basically food. A bunch of weird, different food.
That's interesting. You mean unusual type of foods?
Unusual type of food. Have you ever heard of durian fruit?
No.
So durian fruit, when you crack it open, it smells like a wet fart.
Oh.
A big, nasty, wet fart.
Well, that doesn't sound...
Right? Sounds awful. But the meat inside is supposed to be a delicacy.
Yeah, how does that taste, though?
They say it tastes amazing. It just smells
Oh,
awful.
how can that be? Well, anyways.
Like stinky cheese. We'll be talking about some really old cheeses where you have to really scrape off the mold to eat it.
I heard once. I heard that if anything has, if any food has any mold on it whatsoever, it's contaminated. And someone told me that you should just throw away the whole thing. So if you got a big thing of,
Yeah, but what about moldy cheese? How's that work?
you gotta throw it away, I think. But I don't know. Anybody
know,
have
but
any views on that?
Blue cheese is nothing but mold, and it tastes delicious.
Oh, I love blue cheese.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
I even put a little bit of lettuce in my blue cheese.
The paranormal chef is out there watching the show. Maybe he'll answer that for us and tell us what foods you can eat that are moldy and what foods you cannot. Here's one for you. How come you can't eat moldy cottage cheese? Since it is cheese.
I don't know.
That sounds awful.
It looks disgusting.
Oh, that sounds awful. Okay, moving on. Also, on October 5th is our year anniversary, bringing Zack Attack on and the Paranormal Chef. October 12th, King Ern is coming on. He's from Berlin, Germany. That's going to be super cool. And we're going to be talking about Paranormal Germany in our segment.
Oh.
And I'm sure we're going to ask him a ton of questions about Germany and Berlin. I want to know if there's, like, bunkers still standing or if there's any Nazi museums there, stuff like that.
We have hundreds of years in this country. They have like 1,000 years or something going back.
And I wonder how they even view the whole Hitler Nazi thing in their history and like what is taught in their schools about that. Wouldn't that be cool
Very
to know about that?
interesting. Yeah.
Because we know in American schools they don't teach us shit.
That's changing, I think, a little bit anyways.
Yeah, I hope so. For the better.
I've heard so many horror stories with different school districts still doing incredibly crazy things. So,
Man, Jim, we have over 21 comments right now. You guys are killing it. Oh, so on October 18th, the Outlaw Radio Award Show was going from 8 to midnight at Secret Vortex Tea House. Actually.
Are we going tonight?
Tonight? What's tonight?
I don't think we're going there tonight. Yeah.
Sunday night in the land?
We might, though.
I don't know. I might be down for that.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
We'll see.
Sunday night in the land for some kava. Okay. The 19th is wide open, Jim.
The 19th of what?
October. We have no guests scheduled for that show right now. We might go without guests because it is so much fun just to BS. We could talk about anything.
I have to pick up my game a little bit. I need to find some other guests soon, a rocker or whatever. Doesn't matter as
You
long
just
as
got
it's
to.
interesting.
You just got Alan Green and Butch Armstrong agreed to come on to do our exclusive interviews on a Thursday.
We both worked on that one a little bit. They made it very easy. They're such cool guys. Butch is not an arrogant kind of guy at all. As a matter of fact, he doesn't really realize how good he is. I think he's that kind of.
I think he's very humble.
Very genuine.
Very humble.
And he has great stories too. So I hope he's listening, but he's probably not.
It's for you, Butch. Okay, October 26th, we have the Halloween episode. The Paranormal Chef will be on. Zach will be on. And we'll be doing a lot of like Halloween type stuff. And then, Jim, I scheduled Calavera to come back on October 9th, which is a Thursday night, to do a special Halloween episode.
Oh, that's really cool.
So we can get ready for Halloween in a witchy, spooky way.
She's going to figure out what to say, I guess. She's going to have a little bit or something. Or
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Is it just an interview where you know?
It's going to be a full-on interview for like 45 minutes,
okay.
I'm guessing. All right. You ready to play some tunes?
I think I am, right.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play Nightmare Empire. The song is called Something Wicked. And then when we come back, we're going to do the paranormal segment. And then we're going to get ready to interview Gregory and Nicholas.
That is awesome.
All right? So get ready for this, guys. This is... my bad. Nightmare Empire. Something Wicked. Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
Don't look behind you. Don't turn around. There's something in the shadows. It's unbound. Darkness surrounds you. Fear strikes your heart. I'll be laughing at you as I'm tearing you apart. Run. You better run from me. Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked this way comes. Thoughts and prayers won't save you now. I've got you in my sight. Just pull the trigger. No way to deal or cope with pain. Each thing comes again. Nothing's my fury. Wait and see. Remember me. I'll live in infamy. Something wicked. Something wicked. Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked. Something wicked. Something wicked this way comes. Come and get me, motherfucker! Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh, yeah, there's Nightmare Empire. Something wicked this way comes. Very cool.
Wow.
Good song.
So, you know, they're very tight. The bass player played.
Good job, guys.
All right.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Played with the drums, and they were in time. And it sounds so good when the music is played in time.
Jim loves a good in-time song.
Yeah. Even the 64th notes that they were playing on the bass drum, that was even in time with everything. So congratulations, you guys.
Yeah, Jim loved it. And now it's time for aliens and Nazis. We only have a few minutes before Greg comes on, so we got to cruise through this, all right?
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so stories have circulated linking UFOs to Nazi Germany. The German UFO theories describe supposedly successful attempts to develop advanced aircraft or spacecraft before and during World War II, further asserting the post-war survival of these craft in secret underground bases in Antarctica, South America, or the United States, along with their creators. What do you think of that?
It's interesting. Keep going, please.
Here we go. During the Second World War, unusual sightings in the skies above Europe were often interpreted as novel Nazi technology. In the first years of the Cold War, Western nations speculated that unusual sightings might stem from Soviet deployment of captured or reverse-engineered Nazi technology. Personnel of Project Sign, the first U.S. Air Force UFO investigation group, noted that the advanced flying wing aeronautical designs of the German Horten brothers were like some of the UFO reports. When German Holocaust denier Ernst Zundel started publishing in the 1970s, he initially catered to the ufology community, which was then at its peak of public acceptance. His books claimed that flying saucers were Nazi secret weapons launched from an underground base in Antarctica, from which the Nazis hoped to conquer the Earth and possibly other planets. Space, final frontier. Supposedly, there is a moon base on the dark side of the moon, which houses Nazi aircraft.
I've heard some other weird stuff about the far side of the moon, to be more accurate.
Some speculate that we never went to the moon, and others speculate that we went to the moon. And you'll notice that we've never gone back to the moon, right? We have never been back.
Isn't that weird?
Isn't it odd?
I'm seeing all kinds of stuff every day on the internet having to do with the moon and how it was impossible to actually do it. And now they're saying that there's some footage, not footage, but some video or audio of some comments that they made, that one of the astronauts made when they were on the far
That's
side
right.
of the moon, that he saw aliens.
They saw buildings.
And that
they
was
saw
blocked. Is
yeah.
that for real?
spacecraft, and they had photos of it, and NASA hid it from public. That's supposedly, and yeah, that one dude on his deathbed talked about aliens that were up there the whole time, that they were there.
I wonder if Tilk was there, you know? Anybody know who Tilk is?
Yeah, from Stargate.
Yeah, he's a Jaffa.
Oh,
And there were a bunch of episodes about them hiding on the other side of the moon, and
yeah, there's some truth in that, man. There's always some truth in some conspiracies.
But
that's the main thing.
and then we had a very brave astronaut that just died, I think, a few days ago.
Some say that Columbia explosion never happened. There's another conspiracy for you. All right, here we go. The Nazis, some believe, established a secret base in Antarctica to which they spirited Hitler at the war's end, fought off British special forces and an American military task force, partly by shooting down U.S. planes using flying saucers. The Americans eventually destroyed the base with a nuclear weapon in the 1950s. This is all talking about Admiral Byrd, Operation Paperclip, Operation Artichoke, the whole Antarctica thing. They sent a whole fleet of U.S. military and British there. And supposedly something happened and they came back. And they've never gone back. And they've made it where you can't go there. You can't fly there. They send up military aircraft.
I'm so confused now. Who knows what's going on?
It's crazy. All right, remember how I said that there's always some truth in movies and things like that? So in 2012, the movie Iron Sky features a Nazi base on the moon, surviving until modern times and launching an assault on Earth via a fleet of flying saucers. Isn't that interesting, though?
Sounds like a pretty cool movie.
But it's kind of all based on that Admiral Byrd story about how the Nazis had flying saucers. And they got that information from the aliens.
Unreal.
Isn't that unreal?
I don't even know what to say about that. It's bizarre stuff.
So even in the movies that they're putting out have some conspiracy to it linking Admiral Byrd and Operation Paperclip, Operation Artichoke. Operation Sign was actually the first of the UFO operations that they looked into regarding Antarctica and stuff. Why would they send Admiral Byrd all the way to Antarctica with all those warships?
That's so bizarre.
Yep. So freaking crazy. Janine Springs said, I saw a video of all the killed astronauts living under alias names. I've seen that same video, Janine, and those people look exactly like the people that died in Colombia. What was Colombia, right?
No.
That blew up in the sky?
I think, yeah, right, it did, yes.
You said our mics are low, huh? Barely can hear Jim.
Could barely hear me. Okay, I'll get a little bit closer then.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Irene? Let me check and see. Always love technical difficulties.
I can't believe that astronaut, they kept that from everybody. The astronaut saying that he saw spaceships or something like that on the other side of the moon.
Sorry, Jim.
Uh,
I don't know. I think it sounds pretty good to me.
Huh?
I got everything cranked up, bro. Everything's rocking. I don't know. Turn your stuff up.
Okay.
So anyway, Matt Gutka said they saw Russia and China have one up there. Yeah, Russia and China has bases there. And also, did you happen to see in the news that Russia is thinking about putting nukes in Alaska? I thought that was super crazy. There was a report about that.
Going on American U.S. soil?
Yeah. No, not American soil. Antarctica.
Well, I thought you said Alaska.
Oh, I'm sorry. Antarctica.
Antarctica, okay.
Right.
That's the southern.
My bad. We're going to put them in Colorado.
Another good point that somebody made just recently is that he made a big point out of the fact that nobody's coming forth. Nobody, not one person is saying, "Oh yeah, I was a part of the big fake moon landing." Not one time. So that kind of supports the fact that we did land on the moon.
Hey, man.
How can you not have one person
I don't believe
in
it.
50 years say, "Hey man,
How
I'm
come?
going to spill the beans or whatever." So, you can't get past that argument. That says a lot right there.
How come the flag was waving on the moon when there's no air, no oxygen? How come the flag was moving?
I mean, a high school kid could have figured that out. Hey, man, we need some help faking a moon landing. Maybe a third grader will say, that flag shouldn't be moving around. There's no air. I mean, that's so basic though, too. How can they let that slide?
They did it on the soundstage. You could totally see it.
They did such a shank, crappy job at that.
Yeah, it was awful. Soundstage. Although they had to have harnesses on though, because when they were like running and jumping, they were like floating. So they had to have harnesses, and they're like pulleys.
You could tell that the guy was being lifted up from his back. He wasn't.
You could see his shirt coming up. I'm floating. I'm floating. Oh my God, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Please.
Said Brian McCabe said they didn't land on the moon. I don't know. I kind of feel like they did. I'm hoping they did, and they saw something scary, and we're out of here. We're out of here, man.
Again, there's nobody saying that they faked it. Not
Yeah.
one person?
Not one person. All right, Jim, let's play a song. And when we come back, we're going to get ready for Gregory Nicholas.
Okay.
All right, so this is Sacred. The name of the song is called Was Now.
Spoken softly, I am waiting, screaming at me. I am shaking in my weakness. I am helpless in
Hey.
That song ended so fast on me, I wasn't ready.
Oh, my gosh.
I was totally doing something else, and I was like, holy cow, that song's ending.
You didn't fade that out? That was the way they had it?
That was the way they had it, man.
It could have gone on for another minute. I was enjoying that.
Yeah, I was enjoying it too, and it just kind of like faded out. I was like freaked out by it.
We're playing some good music today. Gosh.
Yeah, we are.
Wow.
All right. I see our special guest. I see him down there. We're going to bring him in right now.
Hey, Gregory.
Here we go.
Okay.
Gregory Nicholas, celebrity psychic, Reiki master, author, and medium. Greg is a fourth-generation natural psychic, descended from his great-grandmother in Italy. Is that correct?
That's fantastic.
I can't hear you. Hold on a second.
Oh, there is no sound?
Check your mute.
Yes. Well,
This does happen sometimes.
this is unfortunate. I could still talk about that moon thing.
Greg, can you hear me out there? You're muted for some reason. Can you check and see the mute button? All right, guys. Just give me a second here to figure this out, and we'll get going, okay?
Okay. Can we possibly do another song right now?
Yeah. This is the it's the Rising and Fall with Black Horse.
All right.
I will ride. Standing all alone at a crossroad. The unknown is what.
Psych, everyone.
Hey, we got
Yeah.
sound.
We got
I don't know
sound
what
now.
happened. I went out and came back in.
I think maybe, I think what happened was it just muted it coming in.
Could
and
be.
then for some reason we had to reset it, but we're good to go.
Nothing's
Good.
easy.
Good.
But we're glad
Good
you're
seeing you
here,
boys
though.
again.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see you. Celebrity psychic, Reiki master, medium, and author, Gregory Nicholas.
Thank
Welcome to
you.
the show.
My pleasure again, guys. Thank you. Thank you. How have you guys been?
Oh, very good. We see your advertisements on Facebook all the time. You're going here and there and staying really busy, so that's totally cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're busy all the time. And you're busy with the paranormal, the Dark Echoes paranormal TV show, right?
Yes, sir. We just finished season 2 in June. It is in editing. I don't know when it will be out yet. I'm hoping December-ish. I don't know. And I did agree to season 3. In fact, not too long ago, we got our first filming date for season 3. It is in late February.
Oh, that's very cool.
And that's all I know. I don't know where. My wife knows. I don't know where I'm going.
Wow, that's great.
Mhm.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It
Have
is.
you been into a house yet that was super scary yet?
Not
demon-possessed?
really not scary so much as more intense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things that and I usually get more affected, to be honest with you, by the overwhelming sadness. You
Is
know,
that what you feel right away? Is the sadness?
usually, yeah. The sadness, and there's some around the Cleveland area where you feel the sadness. I can't say the scary, but you do feel the sadness, and I'm also going to say, Jeff, the restlessness of the souls that are there.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you jumped to the questions that I was going to ask, and let me get right to the hauntings right off
Sure.
the rip. We're going to start with seances, but let's go to hauntings because I have a few questions about that.
Sure.
Do spirits haunt locations? Do they not move on from the earth plane, or is it residual energy? The
A little bit of everything, Jeff. Little, in my opinion, a little bit of everything. Okay, they can be some entities, spirits, souls, what have you, can be stuck in X location. Okay, and that may depend on the way they died. Was it tragically, very quickly? And some, and I'm sure you guys have heard this, may not know they are in fact gone. Okay, because sometimes we have to do what is called spirit release, where the mediums, what have you, we help them move on. You may have heard the term where you create the tunnel, the light, and you let them move on. Some of them choose not to go. Some of them prefer to stay and come back and forth, especially when there is a conduit like a medium there. You know, they like to come through and communicate, have fun with people. They go back and forth. There's so many trains of thought on that.
Yeah, so you're not designated for one spot in the afterlife.
No.
You could go in and out of different realms. You could come to Earth and go back to heaven, or heaven is in your consciousness anyway,
Yeah,
right? And
but
there's
move on. And also, Jeff, to your point, one additional thing. What about ones who are hitchhikers or follow you home, or the common word out there, guys, attachments?
well, yeah, the lurkers, right?
Yeah, as someone, you could go somewhere, visit any place, and you may, I'm sure you've heard the term, bring someone home with you. In my opinion, they are attracted, attached to your energy. Me, whenever I leave a known paranormal location or a haunting, I always say, okay, thank you for visiting, helping, communicating, what have you, but in fact, you do need to stay.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get spiritual attachments that'll follow you home, huh?
Yes, sir. It happens more, in my opinion and my experience, excuse me, with children.
Because they could still see.
Yeah, they're there as well, and they may be attracted to the energy, children, and sometimes people who in life they were lonely, and we go in to communicate, how are you, get messages, and they like our energy because we are somebody who, in my opinion, cares about them.
Now, I also heard that June Lundgren was on, and she told us about, we were talking about demons, how they attach, and she goes, drug addicts, alcoholics, mentally ill,
Yes,
people are very easily targets for attachments because they're
absolutely.
willed,
All of the
right?
above. All of the above. And Jeff, one thing you left out, sir, those who invite them.
That's right. Okay, I
There are
didn't think
people,
about that.
guys, who can, in fact, invite them to come with us, visit us, come attach to me, what have you. That happens. I do not agree with that, of course. It's like those who, from time to time, guys, like the term, conjure or whatever. But, they can attach because of our kindness, our energy. A lot of times, there are those of us like who are empathic. I call us metaphysical bug lights, okay, where we attract them.
Interesting.
And I
Okay.
always make it a point to thank you for visiting us, being there for us, but at the same time, you do need to stay where you're at.
All right. So that leads me to this point. When you go into houses, and you've told me about some places you've gone into where there's like the spirit of a little boy and he kind of runs around and causes havoc and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Will spirits listen to you when you ask them to stop scaring the hell out of the living that live there?
Most of the time, yes, not all of the time. Now, if it is a spirit who likes our energy, it could just be a friendly spirit, sad spirit, mischievous. But if they are a true troublemaker, okay, a lot of times they will be there, and that's when we have to cleanse. And Jeff, you and I have talked about this in the past. Cleanse, like with sage, holy water. Do we have to wear things like the crucifix? Me personally, and I think we've talked about this before, guys. Saint Benedict, who is the patron saint against evil and demons. I have a couple of buddies who are in fact demonologists. Okay, and they wear Saint Benedict. I tend to as well. One of them even has a very large tattoo on his left arm to help promote or repel All harm, evil, and negativity.
When you walk into a house, can you tell immediately if it's demonic presence?
Most of the time, yeah, and that's just an experience thing. Yes, you can, in my opinion. Now, sometimes, guys, they do tend to disguise themselves as the proverbial trickster.
Um, like a poltergeist?
Correct. Poltergeist, demon. I see. Okay, someone uses Saint Michael, Archangel Michael. Perfect as well. I agree with you. But yeah, like a poltergeist, Jeff. Poltergeist, demon. The jinn. There's so many different terms out there. They
Interesting.
tend to disguise and then trick us, and they can, in fact, attach what have you.
All right. So when I lived in Williamsburg, Virginia,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
yeah, and we spent a lot of times by the battlefields and stuff.
Yes. Mhm.
And at night you could hear certain things. But there was this one story about this girl was in love with this guy, and she went to the ball, and she saw him with somebody else, and she hung herself on the stairs of the With House.
Yeah.
And people said that they could hear her running up the stairs crying, and then they hear the sound of her like hang herself. And
Yeah.
so would
Yeah.
that be considered a residual energy? So
Mhm.
it's like the repeating of the same trauma over and over? Is that what happens?
Yes, residual, caught in the loop, guys, what have you. Yes, they don't know they're gone. You get that a lot too. And where was this at? Williamsburg, Jeff?
Yeah, Colonial
Yeah,
Williamsburg.
yeah. Places like that. Um, in my experience, you do. It's like there's a house in Fremont, Ohio. West of us, and it's very very active with some of the residual energy. Come to find out, it two separate occasions. One time it was a home for unwanted children, usually boys, who were unwanted, almost orphaned. Another time for older gentlemen, almost like I don't want to say homeless shelter, but a place for guys to go. And it's not uncommon to pick up energy there of the ones who are lonely. They didn't have anyone, but they attach to us, and they're just stuck in the proverbial loop.
Almost like a halfway house.
Yes.
Like a group
That's
going
a,
from
you know what, Jeff? Yeah, like a spiritual halfway house because they do feel safe. Good, very good point.
Interesting. So, all right, here's another one. When they pass over, we also heard a story how you could be in limbo, or I believe Tibetan book of the dead. It's called the Bardo, right?
Yes.
Where
Yes.
you could be kind of stuck in a loop or stagnant for thousands of years. What is that? Like a different realm? Like you're just not ready
Yeah.
to move on?
Almost. And Jeff, there's a couple of different terms for that. Some people call it like a purgatory, the loop. Uh, I've heard that referred to as well. And again, depending on who you talk to with cultures and different studies, Jeff. Uh, the loop, do they have to pay back a debt, a karmic debt, before they can move on? Is it the way they died? Was it quick? There's so many different trains of thought on that, but is it possible? Yeah. A lot of times that's where we come in to help them move on, tell them it is okay to go. They are in fact gone. There's no reason for them to stay. They need to move on, and uh, rest in peace, guys.
Let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a moment that you were in a house that you were scared?
uh Scared, yeah. Terrified, no. Okay. Big difference depending on where. Now there is one house, it's out of state. I don't want to say the name, where I could not go into or even get by. I had to stay across the street because it hurt. I picked up on the energy, the way they died. Okay. People were hung by their arms from the rafters in the attic. They were skinned alive. The mistress of the house was not a kind lady, and they tend to hang around there, and you can feel their energy. And one thing too, guys, many times us, including both of you, our empathy kicks in, and we pick up on the energy not only of the living but of the dead.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, talking about energy, I know that to do seances, you have to have a lot of energy, okay?
Yes.
A seance is an attempt to communicate with spirits. The word seance comes from the French word session.
Hmm.
The popularity of seances grew dramatically with the founding of the religion of spiritualism. In the mid 19th century, perhaps the best known series of seances conducted at that time were those of Mary Todd Lincoln.
Yes.
All right, so can you tell us what the difference between a seance is and a reading?
Oh, very good too. And also, Jeff, not only Mary Todd Lincoln, but don't forget Winchester House in California.
Yeah, I know there's another one I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, that was
And
her there too. A reading. Now, remember, a reading. I am both the psychic medium. That the psychic side to me is where I use the tools, the cards, the dominoes, things like that to help navigate the future. That's psychic. Mediumship is spirit. If they want to come through, we let them. That is a reading, and it can encompass both. A seance is hyper, in my opinion, when I do them, hyper focused. Okay. So many people on the table share common energy, common beliefs, where our energy becomes one, and we may pick up on people who are gone. You may feel the table vibrate, pick up a scent, candles may jump, things like that. Where I don't want to say I differ, but I focus more on is for anyone who wants to come through for those present. We don't do a seance. I don't, okay, just to see who is out there who wants to say something. That could be, shoot, anymore. I've heard people already trying Ozzy Osbourne, okay? You could do that. Mine are what messages do you have for those present? Okay. And it is strictly spiritual work. Now, with that, too, guys, see, hear, feel, smell, taste, even later dream. It's not
interesting.
going to be what you want.
Very cool. Hey, you said something there when you were talking, and you mentioned Ozzy Osbourne, okay?
Mhm.
You told me when we first got together, after Crystal passed away,
Yeah.
you said to me, you go, you should wait about a month or so before you contact her so that she can transition and get used
Mhm.
to the
Mhm.
afterlife. A lot of spirits that transition can't even remember their name for a while because
Correct.
they had so many other lives, names in different past lives,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Yes.
Um, so with that said, so I see a lot of like spirit box stuff on like YouTube, and
Mhm.
they have like they're talking to Ozzy Osbourne. So it brings me to my question: numbered knocking, levitation of the table, or spirit trumpets, or even smells.
Mhm.
Right? Does that stuff really happen? Does
Oh,
the table ever really move?
yes and no. Let's look at them separately. I tend to pick up on a lot of smells during an event, a séance, or a gallery reading. A lot of the smells. It could be grandma's cookies. It could be someone's cologne, diesel because so and so's uncle was a mechanic. Smells. The table may vibrate. Very good. The candles could jump. It's not uncommon to feel a breeze or a draft. Now, what we have to remember is during those, especially with the smells, are you in a room where they have some sort of an electric diffuser going that can affect us? Okay. Is a window open that could bring in smell? Could that affect the candle flames? I try and make sure before an event, none of that is present to make it easier to believe for those present. Okay. And again, it's up to spirit. I tend to keep a glass of water or a half glass of water on the table to see if it tilts.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. So you could
yeah,
probably even use like dowsing rods if you
you
wanted to,
can. Um,
or a
the one
pendulum.
thing that people do is the trumpet. I have heard, now this has never happened to me, but then again, I don't use it. The trumpet may be going off. You can have it on the table or in the corner. Tables moving up and down, levitation. One thing, too, gentlemen, there's a whole nother train of thought out there called table tipping. Okay, where it is a small table. I prefer no more than four. That's me. A wooden table where you just lightly Put your fingers on the table. You invite spirit in to move the table. Okay. If the table is moving, vibrating, what have you, that's spirit. I much prefer the seances or the galleries because it is easier to focus there. And if you have, my seances, the maximum for me is about 22 to 24. It's just they're tiring, and that way people can hear me. You may feel the table vibrate, and it's easier to relay messages rather than a whole group, if that makes any sense.
Hey, Janine Spring asked a question, and I have to ask this. Have you noticed the cell towers interfering with any of the frequencies or vibration? These new
I
towers
have
they're
not
putting
had a
in?
problem. I know some people who have. Um, it can, from what I understand, but I never had a problem with it if I'm near a house that has a lot of cell towers, electric towers, things like that.
Okay.
I've
That was a
never had
quick
a.
question.
Now, it can, I don't want to say it can't, but other things too. You know what can affect us more, guys? Sunspots, solar flares.
Yeah, that's right. I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's another one for you. Spirit boards, also known as talking boards or Ouija boards.
Right.
Do you ever use any of these in your readings?
No,
Or
I
because
I
the
don't want
pendulums.
to.
Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I don't want to. Here's the thing, and I am not saying right or wrong. Let me make that very clear. I don't want to. Too many of my clients have a tremendous, and I mean a tremendous fear of the Ouija boards, spirit boards, talking boards. With that said, guys, they can be used the right way and the wrong way. If you have the board, the talking board, what have you, open it right. You have your prayer. You're not screwing around. You're not drinking. You're not on anything. You're doing it fine for good. You close it properly. You thank the spirit. You say goodbye. You close it. Yeah. Too many times, people have done it for fun. They don't take it seriously, guys. And
I could see
you
that.
open that and let something in. I have now my clientele also, gentlemen, tends to be older, usually 40 and above. That's my clientele. They are not interested in that whatsoever. It's a personal thing. My only caution to anyone who does it, please do it the right way, properly, with the proper protection. Do not leave it open.
Very cool.
Now dowsing rods, Jeff, you mentioned them a few minutes ago. All four of them. I have the first set I ever made out of wire coat hangers.
Yeah, it's all based on energy. When you came over and you showed me how the
Yeah,
one just
correct.
spun, your hand just blew my mind. Let
Yeah.
me ask you this question: to schedule a séance, how many people are needed to do a session, and what's normally like the cost on something like that?
Now for me, excuse me, this is me. I require for me to come to you a minimum of 7. Okay. Now you have to have a table big enough for it. And the cost is around 20 per person. We are rapidly approaching fall Halloween, where I already have 4 or 5 scheduled. In fact, my October is fully booked. Okay. You will see Facebook where I am doing them at various locations. Um, Throughout Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. That's it. But again, mine are very respectful. We have the candles lit, the water. Um, I I put up the bubble of protection. We do the Lord's Prayer, the Unity Prayer. You do hear me invoke Archangel Michael to protect us, and Saint Benedict, patron saint of evil and demons, to keep us safe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, do you mind if we take a quick little break?
Oh.
Just one little break.
Of course.
Okay, I'm going to play some music, and I'll be right back, guys.
Mhm.
Hi, this is Justin from the State Line Sinners over here in the UK, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah.
I will ride.
is it my mistake if I take that leap of faith on my way to better lands? Close another door on the one that came before, and my fate now in my hands. And I know it's extraordinary what lies there waiting for me. If I go, what waits on the other side? Will it set me free? Running fast enough to leave it all behind me. Behind me. Let it all, letting go of the ghosts that still remind me they surround me. And I know it's extraordinary what lies waiting for me. If I go, what waits on the other side? Will it set me free? Running fast enough to leave it all behind me. Behind me. Let it out, letting go of the ghosts that still remind me. Remind me. Running fast enough to leave it all behind me. Behind me. Let it out, letting go of the ghosts that still remind me they surround me.
Thank you for letting us take a quick little break. We needed that quick break.
It was an
Very
emergency.
good.
It's an emergency.
No
Hey,
problem.
Let's get back to seances.
Yeah.
How does a seance work? I like the teddy bear.
Well, this is, I call it, his name is Scare Bear. Okay. And on the same vein as seances and or paranormal investigations, guys, this is good. If you turn it on, well, it makes a sound and flashes. I just turned it off. It's very good. When I do an event like a seance, gallery, paranormal thing, he will be around. The theory is the spirit comes around, he goes off. Another good
Interesting.
tool, you know, the old fashioned office bell, the silver desk bell, goes off.
How many
Spirit likes to
people-
tap it. Hmm.
How many people have experiences where during seances they get channeled instead of the medium getting channeled? Does that happen?
Some,
Has it happened?
yeah. channeled, but they can get their own messages. Now, me, when I'm doing mine, guys, I do invite people that if they pick up anything to please speak up. Okay, not to just sit there, but if they get a message, I welcome it. You never know. For someone to go into a full blown channeling mode or whatever, that has never happened to me during any of my events, regardless of size. Okay. Uh, but it's not uncommon for other people to pick up messages, especially if they are so inclined to be either a medium, open to it, empathic, what have you. It can happen.
All right. I need to go back and ask you a question about, and then go back to seances. But I need to go back to the hauntings thing for a second because I was thinking about this while we were talking about seances. The smell thing. Okay. So I had read in the Bible that there were certain smells that are associated with religion based on like the flowers that were left for Jesus, and then the different odors of like angels and stuff. So many times I've been in situations where people have died, and I'll smell fresh flowers in a room that you would not normally. There's no flowers in, and then all of a sudden I just get a whiff of fresh flowers.
I
What is
call that a phantom smell, phantom aroma. For no reason, they come out of the blue. It's not uncommon, gentlemen, for like the Blessed Mother, the Mother of Jesus, roses to come through. Okay. Now, the train of thought is, well, I can say during an event, roses, that she's here. Well, someone else could say, well, that was my mother's favorite or my aunt or grandma's, which is fine. Okay, fine. It's a pleasant smell. It's a good smell. Lilies are another one. It tends to be like the Easter lilies, the stargazer lilies. That can be more angelic, or it can be someone who has passed on who just enjoyed lilies. Yet to answer your question, Jeff, yes, but it can also not only be with the divine or other spirits, but with someone gone. To build on that, also, whether it is in a seance gallery or an investigation, a ghost hunt or ghost investigation, what you don't want are the unpleasant smells. Sulfur,
Egg smell.
rotten
The
eggs.
sulfur.
Yes, sir.
And that can happen too, right?
Yes, sir. It can happen during an investigation. It can happen during a gallery seance or whatever. When that happens, now this is me. To me, that means something negative, evil, unwanted to us is not there. I immediately ask it to leave, tell it to leave very sternly. And if there are several people, I also ask them to help it to leave. I want to make sure no one has invited it in.
That's what I was just about to ask you. Would a dark attachment to you, and you went to a seance, would you be bringing that dark? Obviously, you'd be bringing that attachment with you, right?
You can, and also one step further. And I have seen this a couple of times during the month of October, the whole Halloween train of thought, guys, where people actually invite something in. I have actually asked people to leave my events for doing that.
Okay, that's
Because the people who are
what
there
I figured.
are there for comfort, closure, grief, what have you, for a variety of issues. Okay, they do not want to be part of, attached with, because you're sitting there and you're trying to get off on something like negative or conjuring any sort of negative entity, demon, what have you. They're not welcome at my events, and I have shut them down and asked them to leave.
So I'm gathering that like a seance includes like everybody's sitting at a table holding hands, a dark room with candlelight. Is that pretty much the idea to it? Is there
Yes and
anything that
no.
we're missing?
Sitting at a table. Now, for me, we don't need to hold hands, guys. We can put one hand on the table. Okay, it's still the energy. Ever since COVID, gentlemen, people are uncomfortable holding hands, especially with strangers. Okay, one hand on the table. I prefer candles. Now, it can be dimly lit, with like even the flicker candles. Some places where I do them will not allow live flames. Okay, we have to do that. Dark, very dim. Yeah, I do them in people's homes. I go to their home and they know what I need. The table, everyone has to be at one table, hand on the table, and again, we just start going. It can be anything. But I always, something like that, I always make sure the area is cleansed first, either with sage, holy water, cedar. Native Americans are very, very big into using cedar for cleansing purposes.
No, very cool. I think I know COVID ruined a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think we need to go back to hand holding. I think hand holding is one of the greatest things ever. Even if you're sitting in a circle and you're just holding hands, because I believe it gives off more energy.
Yeah. We're getting there. A lot of people are still not into it. And me, as the facilitator conducting it, I have to respect wishes with that. It's a give and take thing, Jeff.
There's a group that meets Sundays at 1 o'clock, I think it is, at Sacred Vortex in Cleveland. They do a whole bunch of stuff. Calavera's there in September, I think, on the weekends. But they have a group called Moshi, and it's kind of like church in a way for spiritualism.
Okay.
And they hold hands at times. And
Yeah.
I remember I sat next to this girl, and she held my hand the whole time. It was just so great, Jim. It was
No,
like
it can be.
grounding.
Some of the Unitarian churches, two guys at least. Now, I'm down in the Akron area. Some of the Unitarian churches, and I believe some in Cleveland, also do Sunday services, more spiritualism message services. And again, Jeff, to build on what we said, at the beginning too, the seances, the things like that, don't forget about Edwardian Victorian times, by the way, where spiritualism was at its height in Europe.
I remember seeing video or movie footage of like these fake seances, like in black and white, where they'd be sitting at a table and the table would lift up and rise, or they'd have like a string and they'd pull it.
Yes,
and
sir.
The bells would ring in the back room or something.
Yeah.
And so many people, if you as a skeptic, you could go back and be like, oh man, these seances are totally fake because they had like pulleys and all kinds of weird
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah. And to your point, a good point, by the way, that's why when I do them, everyone is allowed to look everywhere. Okay. We don't have a tablecloth down to the floor. I want you to be able to see that my foot is not on a buzzer. There's no string under there that I'm pulling. When I'm setting up, if I come to your home, you see me doing it to avoid any of that stuff, that it's being fixed or whatever. Okay. Also, if my wife happens to be with me, gentlemen, you will see her, but you will not see us communicate because I've been accused of having something in my ear and she's feeding me info.
oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of skeptic stuff. I even get skeptic at times as well still. But
Well, it's
I'll
one
say
thing to be
this.
skeptical, and I agree, that's fine. It's healthy. But if you're going to sit there, I
That's
dare
true.
ya. No,
I
no,
dare
go
you,
away.
Greg. I dare you.
I know. But I try and be as open and also transparent. If there are the tools there, the toys, the light up things, that's fine. They may go off, they may not. There's no guarantee.
Here's a question for you. That toy that you have that lights up in the whole bit is very similar to like an EMF reading.
Yes.
Where you're getting spikes when you're having
Yes.
heavy frequencies coming in. And you talked about candlelight and how people can't, they don't want live flame in their locations.
Mhm.
So you use battery operated candles, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also spirits can drain batteries much faster than they can put out.
Oh, yeah. In
Right?
fact, that
So-
bear that I had, I was at one place, brand new batteries in him. Okay. Turned them on. They were drained. They were dead. Spirit drains it. You know what else are good indicators too, guys? The little light up cat balls that you get. Oh, you can get them at a store. You can get them online. They're about a couple inches around. They're like 3 for $6, 3 for $7. You put them out and spirit, play with them. A lot of times, children's spirits are attracted to those things.
Yeah, I could see it because they like to play. Hey,
Yeah.
you came to my apartment one time and did a reading, and we heard
Yeah.
knocking on the wall.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Because you just moved, right?
Yeah, and you came over to do kind of like a blessing for me. I just
Yes,
moved to
sir.
another new place, so you have to come over there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But
Yeah,
any of that too, and a lot of times too, guys, the simpler the better, you
yeah.
know? Like the desk bell, the old time office silver desk bell, you put it either on the table or away, it can start dinging.
Yeah, I'll say this. I know Greg is legit because my very first reading with him, he told me a whole bunch of stuff that, like, nobody really knows, And only spirit that you channeled, uh, I knew it was her because of
Yeah,
the way that you explained it to me. So, guy's
yeah.
legit.
How long was
Yeah.
that, Jeff? About 8, 9 years ago?
5 now.
It
It's
was
been
before COVID,
5.
wasn't it?
It was during COVID. It was
Was it?
towards the trail end of COVID, tail
Was
end.
it?
It was May 10th of 2020, I think.
Okay, so
5
time is
years.
real hard for me to keep track of, but yeah, I remember that.
Me too.
She was very cooperative. How's that?
Yeah, she seems to be every time.
Yeah, yeah. But and anyone too. That's why I encourage people. But okay, let's be reasonable too. You can set these toys out, the little cat balls, but if you have pets or something, are the pets going to affect it? Is it near a air conditioning vent this time of year? That's going to affect it. If you use things like this, okay, try and put them out where there's no environmental interference.
I had something happen to me the other night, the new place.
Yeah.
And it didn't really scare me. It did wake me up, Jim, and make me take a look around the room. But it felt like something hopped on the bed,
Oh,
and
sure.
it was
Yeah.
it was an animal because I could
Uh-huh.
feel the weight of what hopped on the bed. I could feel it.
Was it a cat?
I think so, man. That's
Yeah.
the feeling I got. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And a lot of times with animals, they can either jump, heavy, or just to let you know presence, because that's what they used to do, or it can be light. Either one.
It was heavy. Like I
Yeah.
was laying there and I was in starting to lucid dream a little bit, and I felt
Yeah.
the thump on the bed. And it didn't
Yeah.
really scare me. I kind of thought it was my cat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Or maybe it was
No,
the.
and it's there. Now here's the thing, Jeff. I know you. You're open to it.
Yeah, totally open to it.
Yeah, you are open to it, sir. So yeah, but also if you want, guys, invite it in. I am a very, very big believer, advocate of inviting spirit in to either see, hear, feel, smell, dream, taste, what have you. Don't tell them, move that bottle. It may not happen.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I don't be
Hmm.
like, can you
But
move
you're
the
open
rocking
to it.
chair?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I'm open to it.
if you're open to it, be ready for it.
Oh, I'm ready to go. And
Yeah.
every night that I go to sleep, I tell everybody this. I do the meditation music on my phone, and
Yeah.
I'm always down for a lucid dream or an astral projection. So that's what I try to
Ooh,
do every night.
good. And now, Jeff, with the astral projection, astral travel, make sure you're protected.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I've been like traveling, man, and seeing like
Mhm.
I don't know how to describe it. I
Yeah,
try to
but make sure
describe it,
you're
but I can't.
protected. I don't you want you running into any negative energies or bringing anything home the way you would do on a spirit investigation, bringing home anything that's not good for you. How's that?
I always just tell them I'm the Legion of Light.
Good.
Somebody told us that me and Jim were the Legion of Light, and we're like, man, that's super cool because we do
There you
feel
go.
like warriors.
You need the T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I need it. All right, so moving on, alchemy, because I know we're going to run out of time here. Jim is super into this. Okay, so to achieve this transformation, spiritual alchemy employs various practices such as meditation, visualization, ritual, and inner reflection. These practices are meant to purify the mind and soul, dissolve the ego, and reveal the true nature of self.
Right.
You practice Reiki, and how long did it take? How did you get into Reiki? And can you tell our listeners what is Reiki?
Sure. I've been a Reiki master for over 30 years. Okay. Reiki is the way I describe it, it's not a religion because people, think it's a spirit, a religious belief. No, it is not. It is I describe it as a universal life force, healing energy, where it is, you have to be what's called attuned, meaning it has to be passed on from one person to another. You can't just go out and say, I'm a Reiki master. No, you have to go through the steps. Takes about 6 months, sometimes maybe even a year. You don't get it all in one sitting because there's different levels. And you can pass it on. I do it a lot with, believe it or not, cancer patients. It is not a healing, gentlemen. It is a comfort. You do not have to put hands on people. A lot of times, my patients, cancer patients, they are so sore and in pain, you can just put it above them, okay, like a pillow. The energy still works. It's a comfort, okay. You can help it with anxiety, pain, um, even, believe it or not, trauma, helping people heal from a past trauma in terms of losing a loved one, things like that. Calming, reducing anxiety, pain. Some people say it helps ease, comfort, pain from maybe knee replacement, hip replacement, things like that. It's good for a variety of issues. And also, remember, you're sending good energy. I know plenty of people, guys, who will Reiki their car. Sending good energy when you're at the
I can see
car in
that.
it to help it run smoothly.
It's a good idea. I do stress about the car breaking down.
Yeah,
Hey, all
you
right,
can
so
do that. I know people who will Reiki the airplane at the airport.
I'll say this to you. So Jim said to me the other day as we were talking about one of the mediums that we've had on. He goes, "Hey, would you like to get a reading by them?" And I go, honestly, no, I don't need a reading. But what I would like to do is I'd like to have a Reiki session.
Sure.
I had a Reiki session with you. It was fantastic. We
Mhm.
followed up the Reiki session with a smudging and
Yes.
this of the sage and cleansed and I felt so much better after that healing session.
Yeah,
It
I
was super
remember.
cool. That's actually I've had 3 since then. But the
Yeah,
one with
and
you
that's
was
something
my
we could
first
work
one.
on too. And to your point, Jeff, let's build on that. During a Reiki session, I can pick up messages now.
And you did.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm going to relay them. Now, I know you're open. I would be comfortable doing that. Some of my other people, like my cancer patients, if I'm doing Reiki, I may get something that is not my purpose for them right there. Okay. Is my treatment going to work, this, that, or the other thing? That is not my purpose. Okay. We are there for comfort.
It was interesting when you did the Reiki session with me, Jim, because what happened was he was kind of like doing the healing thing and he got to a certain area around like my legs and
Yeah.
he goes,
Yeah.
what I'm getting from spirit is you need to relax more. I can't remember everything that you said to me,
Yeah.
but he went into detail about it, not only about spiritually and for
Mhm.
my soul, but for my body as well. And I
Yeah.
thought that was super, super cool. And you can
Yeah.
also feel the energy.
Yeah.
It's it's so different.
It can be very intense. And then, too, sometimes, Jeff, people after a Reiki session will feel invigorated, like ready to go. Some just feel like drained, where they have to rest.
Hey, we had a guest say, Brian McCabe asked, do you have a website where people can get a hold of you?
No, I do not. I have Facebook is Gregory Nicholas, and you'll see my face on there. Uh, excuse me. I post where I'm at weekly. I go all through the Cleveland market, Northern Ohio, Pennsylvania, the whole bit.
Yeah, yes, he does. He travels everywhere. And you also travel with Dark
Oh
Essence
yes,
for
oh
their
yes.
shows.
Just got back from a very haunted location in Nevada. We were in Las Vegas. We went to, and some people listening may recognize this when I say it, the Clown Motel.
Heard about that place.
Was there. Pictures are on my Facebook page, Jeff.
Was it
Clown
haunted?
Motel and the Mizpah Hotel. Fantastic energy. Fantastic. Picked up on a little boy there. I was talking to the owner. I said, Tommy, and he said, Tommy, little boy running around in the motel.
Hey, I got a quick question then. You brought this up about clowns. I remember the one dude, Ryan from, I'm sorry, Matthew from Dark Echoes, right?
Yeah,
He said that not all dolls are possessed.
correct.
Only certain items, and they don't just become possessed.
Right.
And can you touch on that a little bit? Did you
Sure.
see
Sure.
clowns that were possessed?
I attribute it the same thing, guys, as like an attachment. Certain spirits may be attracted to X doll. Okay, you could have 1,000 dolls and they're okay. You get one, and it's a spirit that is attached to it. Whether it could be, if it's a female doll, an older lady who may have not had any dolls when she was a little girl, but it was attracted to that one, and she decides to attach to that. Some of the other ones, like children, you all have heard of Annabelle. What about Robert the doll from Key West?
I heard about those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, about the dolls, and then
Yeah,
it
but
got me
not all
thinking about
dolls
that.
are possessed, have an entity to it. Not at all.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
The same exact thing.
yeah.
All right,
Hey,
so
Jeff, I
yeah,
just agreed to do season 3 of Dark Echoes.
nice. I remember them talking about that.
Yeah, season 2 we wrapped up. I'm going to be in 3 or 4 episodes. It's in editing. Don't know when it'll be out. Season 3, I'm pretty sure we start in late February.
Yeah, and they're going to be on the show next Sunday.
Are they?
Yep.
Good.
I followed
Looking
it up
forward.
perfectly. I had Calavera, then I had
Yeah.
you, and then I had Dark Echo, so it works perfect, man.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Excellent.
Matt is really good. And you're probably going to have Stacy with him, I
Yeah,
would think.
Stacy Renee will be on too. And you're
Oh,
more than
yeah.
welcome to pop on too if you like.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I'll have to see where I'm. Well, if it's this time, I should be able to. I'm actually in Western Pennsylvania doing a very large house party that day, but I should be back. If not, I can figure out some way. But yeah, dolls can be fun, but not all dolls are haunted. It's like the clowns. You know, you go out
Right.
like the clown motel. They have thousands of them, thousands of dolls lining the office, from itty bitty ones to great big ones. They're not all possessed or have a spirit with them.
That's what Matthew said too. He goes, not all knocks or sounds or doors opening by themselves
Yes.
is a spirit. I mean, you could have a draft and your door could open
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes, that's like during a seance, guys. I try to be observant. Not all smells are spirit related. Is it, do you have one of those plug in devices there? Things like that. What about if there's a breeze, it's going to make candles flicker, things like that. Yeah.
Right. It could be a draft.
Yeah. Try and be reasonable. Yeah.
All right. I have two last questions for you before we let you go. Not sure how the order I want to do it, but I think I'm going to go with this one. Every time I have you on, I have to read something from the Bible. So here we go. This is Matthew 6:10. Our Father in heaven, reveal who you are, set the world right, do what's best, as above, so below. I hear that phrase a lot in spiritual, through witches and demonologists also use it, as above, so below. Why is that typical saying so important in spiritual work?
In my opinion, guys, as above, so below, it covers everything. As above is heaven, so below is like, I don't want to say hell, but the underworld. It covers all bases.
Okay.
As above, so below, so let it be.
So let it be. I got you on that. All right. And then last question is, every time we've done a paranormal show, they tell me and Jim that we have somebody right here. We have some type of strong male presence of a spirit. And I was just wondering, I know you don't like to do readings on the show, but could You get a feeling
I
for
have
us?
been getting that, and I wasn't sure if it was for one of you. And I'm going to try and use the proper words, Jeff. You know me; I'm not always politically correct. Were either one of you gentlemen affiliated with someone gone, of course, not living, who had a little bit of a mental challenge or something like that? Please.
Jim?
Like he's gone, but is very much attracted to your energy to be there. Again, this is all, and I'm not saying this is it, okay? Almost like an attachment, but right there with you, your energy, kind of a protector. Here's what I'm getting, guys. Like a guy standing there, almost like his hands folded, like in life, he was a smidge awkward or something like that. Now, that's what I'm getting right now.
Young, possibly?
I have some.
With that, age is hard for me, okay? Because the dead always look better, younger. I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to
heard
say
that.
when he passed, and do not hold me to this, 40s ish, give or take. That's what they look like. But everyone always looks better to me when they come through because not everyone looks as they were when they died because it's not always pleasant.
Now, Greg, are they here to watch the show?
Uh,
Are they
they're there
just
to
here for support?
protect. Jeff.
Protect, huh?
They're there to protect, guys, protect. And because I keep hearing this word for one of you two gentlemen too, made them included. So in life, you could have included them. It could have been someone that you had befriended many years ago. I don't know. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's very good. To me, it's very welcoming, but I keep hearing the word included, but also like they were somewhat welcome. They may have been somewhat, because of their condition, little bit picked on in life, a little bit, not by you. I'm not saying that.
Interesting.
I have
It's
a
a good
friend
thing.
that I have a friend that many years ago. He died of cancer, and we got together with him shortly before his death, and there were maybe 6 or 7 of us, and he definitely wanted you guys. I want you to see if you could get together and maybe a seance or something and see if
Yeah.
you could reach me. He was really dead serious on that one, and
Yeah.
I don't think we ever we didn't do that, but I always wondered why we should have given it a shot. Maybe I should contact
You
my
could have,
brother.
but here's the thing, and I agree with you. Remember, in order to do that, everyone has to be open to it.
I'd be open to it for
I
sure.
know you would dare to. Let me ask you this: how did you? Because this is strictly for you, sir. Make him feel included.
Well, just a very good friend, since junior high.
Yeah.
He was one of the nicest, kindest people that I could ever know. I wasn't a best friends or anything like that,
No.
but I don't really know how to answer that question.
Yeah, it's just the chemistry thing, the friendly thing. Why are people friends? Some of us, we are attracted to other people regardless for whatever reason, too. This is just the energy, at least I'm getting now, just like a thank you. You made him feel included, like you always had the kind word for him, one of the guys, so to speak.
Is it too late now to do that? To get
No,
together with his brothers?
no,
It's not too late.
no, it is
Maybe I
not
can.
too late, sir. Here's the thing, you can hope all you want, but please remember, there is no guarantee.
I got you.
Okay,
Right.
but I'm going to challenge you. Invite him in when you're at home by yourself, quiet.
Okay, I could do that
Give me
by
a sign you're
myself.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I could do
Just
that.
as effective because you're sincere.
I do it all the time when I'm alone. It seems like
Yeah,
the best time, especially if you're
it is.
meditating, you're quiet, you
It
can get
is.
better
Yeah,
messages, right?
yeah, yes. Oh, 100%. You may, like I said, give me a sign you're okay. Now it's not going to be right then, obviously, but it could be in your dreams, whatever.
Okay.
Smiling, picking up something that to remind you of him. It could be a song. Shoot, his picture could fall over.
That's one thing I'll say real quick before we wind up the interview.
Yeah.
Is that spirits have their own time. They
Yes,
basically
sir.
have no time because time doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Only time matters to us because we see time and we're controlled by the context of time. So when
Correct.
you ask spirit, hey, can you show me a sign? You got to be kind of specific, like within this month. Because they
Yeah.
might think, hey, in 2 years I'll show you a sign,
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. But with this gentleman, invite him in. Let me know you're okay. And I know you're open to it. Just be open to what you may get. Now, it's not going to be where you're sitting there and he stands in front of you full apparition either.
I hope that happens.
I have a friend that committed suicide. He was really the nicest guy in the world, but he had issues, from way back, and he did
Yeah.
commit suicide.
That could be it, man.
And I was just wondering.
How old was he, please?
It was about 10 years ago, so I'd say he was probably in the around 60.
Yeah, young guy too, but they all look better. Just for the record, my parents both died at age 82 of cancer. They did not look the best. When they first came through to me after they died, dad died 11, 12 years before mom. They looked better. I didn't recognize them at first. Okay, tight skin, full hair, no glasses. Okay, they all look better.
Well, in the Bible, it says that God allows us to look the age that we felt our best at.
And I agree, Jeffrey. Good.
And a lot of spirits take the age of 30 years old, around that time.
30s to 40s again. When you look better, when in their opinion, guys, living their best life. Yep.
I can't wait to have my long curly hair back.
Oh God. There's the visual.
I wanted to mention something. My brother's wife, she used to talk about it a lot. They used to get together in the family in the kitchen, at the kitchen table, and the table would bounce up and down and stuff. I mean,
Almost like
she
table
was
tipping.
Dead serious about it. She was not lying. It was fascinated. I almost want to see if I can make contact with her and see if she could get on the show or something. But the stories she said that was happening, and her sisters were there, her mom.
Yep.
So and I'm sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. But with talking to you and with talking to her many years ago, it's very compelling here.
Yeah.
Greg, how can we, if we wanted to, like I know Matt Gook could be down for this, how can we set up a seance? Because I would like to do it. I've never done one.
Jeff, you would contact me separately. We would look at dates because of booking. Where would it be? I would like, to be honest, gentlemen, a minimum of 7.
7 people?
Yeah.
I know we could get
Yeah.
that. That'd be no problem.
Where, everybody around the table, the candles, the whole bit. But Jeff, you know how to contact me. We can work. Now, it may be down the road. It's not going to be this week, I tell you, because I'm swamped. But we look at the calendars and everybody's availability. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe what we could do is maybe like 2 months from now or something like that, we could put together a seance, and then maybe that following Sunday or something, do a show about it. And
we can
discuss it in a whole bit.
Yeah, as long as, Jeff, my rule, we don't show it live.
Oh,
okay?
No, we wouldn't do that. We would do it privately. We're not going to
Exactly.
share with all the heathens.
But I would be more than happy to. I would be more than happy to. So yeah, contact me, Jeff. We can work on it.
Right.
I have some.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Jim?
I didn't want to interrupt.
No,
but
go ahead.
Remember, Jeff? Do you remember about a month ago? You were at my house, and I smelled something. Remember, I did that for about 4 or 5 days. Do you smell that, Jeff? Do you smell that? And you didn't smell it. And there was, the heater wasn't on, the AC wasn't on, the windows were closed. I didn't have incense or nothing. But I've had a history of, I definitely smelled something, and it didn't smell bad.
Right.
But it didn't smell good either. And Jeff was a witness to it. Do you remember about a month ago? I kept on saying.
I did.
But this has happened to me in my life through the decades, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
I have a history of maybe getting bronchitis and get such a severe cold that you lose your sense of smell and taste. Especially that happened with COVID. But I don't think that, and I've had some incidences with this with the smelling, around the period where I was just getting my sense of smell back and taste, and I always wondered what that was all about. But a month ago, I had my smell, I had my taste, everything was working fine, and for about a week. So I just thought I'd bring that up.
Greg,
No,
before you
and
say,
it's not uncommon for you to smell something and someone else not to, because it's meant for you, not everybody.
when he said that about the smell, and I'm not kidding out there, everyone, I smell flowers right now. I
That could be
smell
female,
lilies.
absolutely, and not
You
everybody's
smell
going
it?
to get it.
No,
Do you-
Excellent
do you-
point.
do not. The AC isn't on right now.
The moment that you said that about smells just a second ago, I smelled like lilies. I smell it.
There you go.
It's crazy.
Now that could be, excuse me, someone passed. It could be the angels, things like that. But not, you could be in a room with 15, 20 people and you're going to be the only one who pick up on it.
It's the angels.
Yes.
I have that. I just have that feeling. I don't know.
Yeah,
why,
very
but
good.
I feel
Now,
it.
are you going to find a feather?
Man, I've found so many. And the other
Wow.
day when I moved, I was
Yeah.
going through all my old stuff, and there were so many feathers I found
Really?
from all the feathers that I collected in the
Yeah.
past 5 years.
I know what you mean. But yeah, go with it now. Too. Now this is me, guys. With the smell, you're the only one who picked up on it. You thank them.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
The universe, I love you.
There you
That's
go.
very cool. Well, Gregory, it's always very enlightening. Thank you so much.
Oh,
We will reach out to you privately.
Very good.
'cause we would like to do a seance with our
Yeah.
group. And the other thing is, can you then again tell our listening audience where they can find you, where you'll be in this next couple weeks, and if you do any online stuff, because we have people in Spokane that would love to talk with you.
oh yeah. Facebook page is Gregory Nicholas. You'll see my face. This coming week, Wednesday, I am actually in Willoughby at a shop called Peace, Love, and Crystal Healing on Lakeshore Boulevard. You have to call the shop for a time. Saturday, in a week, I am at I'm at Goddess Elite in
Oh,
North
nice.
Olmsted.
On Saturday? Is
Yeah.
that is that the with Calavera? Is that what you have? going on, or
She'll
is that
be
the
there.
week
I don't know
before?
if she's reading or not. She works there.
Yeah.
hmm I'll be there. Times may be full. Thursday, wait a minute, yeah. Wait a minute. Thursday, I'm at a shop near Toledo. Friday, I'm in Buffalo.
Man.
You are
Very, very
busy.
busy guy.
Yeah, I'm all over. But I always post on Facebook. In fact, all those places are on my Facebook page now. Wednesday, for anyone interested, Peace, Love, and Crystal Healing, Willoughby. I know that's the one place there are openings.
All right, excellent. Well, this has been Gregory Nicholas, author, Reiki master, celebrity psychic, and medium. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I
Oh, my
appreciate
pleasure,
that.
gentlemen. And Jeff, we'll be in touch, but good seeing you guys again. Take care.
It's great seeing you. Thank you very
You
much.
too.
All right, you have a great night. This is Jim Bellinger with It's a Long Way from Sevilla. Take it easy, Greg.
Bye-bye.
Shake it one time to get the water off the line. Shake it 2 times just to make it rhyme. Shake it 3 times, then you're gonna be mine. Gonna be mine. It's a long way to Sevilla. Shake it one time. Cut the member off the line. Shake it 2 times. You got to shorten that line. Shake it 3 times. 'Cause you'll never be mine. Never be mine. 'Cause it's a long way to Sevilla. I know it's something you've always wanted to do. You want to trim your hair down there. Shake it one time, and now there's
Awesome interview, wasn't it?
I can't believe how well the interview went and how you can keep up with him and ask him questions and follow up and I just don't have a clue. I wish I could add more to the conversation, but he's on and we want to listen to him about it. No sense in listening to me.
Well, Matt Guka wrote while we were on break listening to tunes that him and a guest would like to be in on the seance.
Oh.
So that's 2. Then you have me and you. That's 4. That leaves 3 spots open, which we could discuss as to who could be a part of that for sure. They have to live in Cleveland, on the west side preferably, and we should set that up, man. Right?
I want to, yes. That's pretty cool.
All right, well, before we get into the shenanigans, I want to say that the first song that we played on our break was It's a Long Way to Sevilla by Mr. Jim Bellinger, a.k.a. Mr. Moonlight. Good job, Jim.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Good job.
It's about
Good song.
trans community, everybody wanting to change themselves. And I just thought, what would it be like if I cut my thing off? And, I know that's kind of weird, but every one of my songs have a weird thing about it. So again, what I thought would happen right away is that I'd be grabbing at the air, because you know how many times guys grab at it, like millions in a lifetime, and then that's what it would be like, and that's how that song came about. And Sevilla is short for civilization, so
Yeah, it's a very cool song. All Jim's music is very unique, and every song is different, which is super cool. And that was A Long Way to Sevilla.
we'll have a new one next week, hopefully.
And that song is on now, Rockstar Radio Underground and Live 365. So all the shows that we have out there, the Paranormal Chef, Mr. Moonlight Show, Outlaw Radio Nation Show, you can hear that song. It's been uploaded today, actually.
Cool.
After that
Yes.
song, you heard Tears Fall Like Bombs. That was my band. That was Nico Pico Train singing backing vocals, and that song is a dedication to Crystal.
I that's one of my favorite songs that you have written and played on. I really like everything about that, actually.
Like the whole
It's
idea, how it's like bombs being dropped from World War II, but it's really about bombs being dropped from your eyes, like tears.
Yes. That's a way to think about it, that's for sure.
So yeah, that was Tears Fall Like Bombs. So this is the shenanigans. I've been waiting for this for a while, Jim. I want to hear about the swamp. So here we go, guys.
Well, this is the deep state. You know, I got a few sources that I
How deep's it
looked
go?
up for this information. I kind of put it in my own words. It's just a grab bag of different ideas to think about more than anything here. And I'll start with in 2011, the U.S. government somehow summons the resources to overthrow Muammar Gaddafi regime in Libya. At this same time, again, it's 2011, the U.S. was able to commit $115 million to keep the civil war going on in Syria. Now, where did that money come from, Jeff? Basically, that's just one example of the deep state. They've done this thousands of times.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Actually, everything in the government is pretty much involved in a part of the deep state, the way I'm beginning to figure it out. It's crazy. So here's another example. Since 2007, the government has spent $1.7 billion constructing a building in Utah that is the size of over 18 football fields. Not one football field, 18.
Dang.
At a cost of $1.7 billion. You don't hear a lot about that, do you? I haven't heard anything about it, really. I just first heard about it. Maybe I heard about it, I don't know.
When it comes to the government, they really know how to spend our taxpayers' money.
And you know what this is for?
Really
This
do.
this building that's the size of 18 football fields. The mammoth structure is intended to allow the National Security Agency to store a yottabyte of information. Now, has anyone out there heard of a yottabyte?
How big is that?
Well, yottabyte, yottabyte. A yottabyte is the largest numerical designator computer scientists have coined. So right now, the yottabyte is the tippity-toppity of the top right now. And a yottabyte is equal to 15 quintillion pages of text. That's not, I meant 500 quintillion pages of text. Not one page, a quintillion, but 500 quintillion. I can't even imagine what a quintillion is.
Dang.
And what do they need the storage for, Jeff? They need the storage to save every trace of your electronic life.
Yeah, man.
The goal is to know everything, every second of everybody, your electronic life.
They know about.
That's what they're spending that $1.5 billion on.
They know what you're buying on Amazon.
And so what are they going to do with 500 quintillion pages of text? Again, it's a yottabyte, yottabyte. Has anyone ever heard of that? I haven't. So I thought
I've never heard of that.
I was interested in that more than the topic of the deep state. But I want to continue. There was another government hiding in clear sight, located and visible on Pennsylvania Avenue, a hybrid entity of public and private institutions ruling the country. Now, that's in addition to the government there, we have this too. The visible state whose leaders we choose too. We all chose them to do this. We don't know anything about it. The state within a state is hiding mostly in plain sight with its bureaucrats acting in the day of light, and that it's so they're not even trying to hide it. Actually, I don't think anybody really knows what the deep state is. From what I'm trying to gather, there's just so much involved. It's so intense, and it's
because it's so deep.
Yeah. In terms of its scope, the deep state is in the class by itself. The institution is sinister in many ways and is relentless in its desire to entrench itself into anything it wants to get its hands on. So it's open game. Anything goes.
Great.
They're not keeping anything.
They have their hands in everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. With failures in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya, they are merely routine enough that it is only the deep state's protectiveness towards its higher-ranking personnel that allows them to escape the consequences of their frequent and numerous ineptitude. I know that's quite a crazy sentence.
Ineptitude, that's a good word for it. They have their hands in everything and their pulse on nothing.
And, they
right?
Again, with the failures in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, it goes on and on. It doesn't matter. They're just protecting themselves, and they'll keep doing it. They don't even care.
Remember that thing that we talked about on all the different coups that the United States has been part of by overthrowing political leaders? How many of them there were? Like thousands.
Unbelievable.
We don't do it. We don't do that though. Right. We're the worst offenders.
So they could screw up big time, wars, whatever, spending money, who knows where it's from, and there's no consequences.
None. And that's why I don't think, and I know this probably be unpopular with our Republican friends, but that's why Obama's not going to jail. Hillary's not going to jail. None of them are going, man. None of them.
I tend to agree with you on that one. But hopefully we're wrong, I guess.
I hope.
Here's another thing. Washington is the most important node of the deep state that has taken over America, but not the only one. Another one is Wall Street, which supplies the cash and ambition which keeps the machine operating.
Jim, totally agree with you on that one, man.
They are
well said.
A huge part of the deep state, but it's just a part of it. One is okay. Should the politicians err? Wall Street floods the town with cash and lawyers, to cover it up. And guess what, Jeff? The executives of these financial giants even have de facto criminal immunity. So that's why they don't care. They know nothing's going to happen, just like what you just said about Obama and Hillary. Nothing's going to happen. They pretty much have immunity.
It's because they all have dirt on each other, so they're all like, and especially the Epstein thing. Well, if you say something, we'll say something about this, and if you say something about this, well, we'll do this. You know what I mean? So everybody's terrified, and nobody's ever going to get charged. It's such a joke, and I'll say go a step farther. All you sheep out there that are watching CNN or Fox News or conservative or Democrat channels, watching that crap, right? You're all being deceived. Stop watching the news, man. Just live your lives. God didn't intend it to be this way. Live your life. Have a good time. F everything else.
I'm all over the place with ideas, about this deep state thing. So I'll just bring up another thing that has to do with Eric Holder. But check this out. On March 6, 2013, Attorney General Eric Holder said and indicated that some companies are so big, it's hard to prosecute them because it may have a negative impact on the national economy. Basically, he's saying that we can't go against this huge corporation because it may have a negative impact on the national economy. So Eric Holder said this. As far as I'm concerned, it sounds more like Obama got him in a room and telling him, you can't prosecute Wall Street. I'm going out to dinner with one of them tonight.
Yeah, like none of them are going to get charged with anything, and all of them have their hands in the pie. It blows my mind. That's just the tip of the iceberg, right? It goes deeper. It goes into Hollywood too. Like,
so this, what Eric Holder with what I remember when he actually said that we can't go against these big corporations, as criminal as they are, and the damage that they cause because it would hurt the economy. What kind of an idea is that?
yeah, because all they care about is
probably
money.
Right, maybe. It kind of would probably. It may.
I guarantee it. If check this out, if they put Hillary, Obama, and say Schumer in prison, we would have mass chaos in the streets. It would definitely hurt our economy because we would have massive protests, martial law, police presence, soldiers.
So Eric Holder, again, he was the attorney general, and he's the one that didn't want to prosecute these companies because it might hurt somebody's feeling or something. I don't know. This from the chief law enforcement officer of a justice system that has practically abolished the constitutional right to trial for poor defendants charged with certain crimes. That's another thing that he was great with. They would just sue anybody and just bankrupt them and just terrible things.
How about this one, Jim? Come up with Letitia James. Come up with a new law, pass that law, and then charge Trump with that new law.
That
happened, people. That freaking happened.
With all this Wall Street going on, they have it made, the politicians in Wall Street. Wall Street has the power and money to reward government operatives with jobs once they move on and with much better pay. So it just goes on and on. It's a circle. You could be a politician owned by Wall Street, and then when you're not a politician anymore, you could work for them. So it's just...
That's how it works. So you ever notice like these dudes join the army, then after the army they're like in Delta Force, and then after Delta Force they move into the CIA or the FBI. They just continue on in these political jobs, especially the law enforcement ones, the DOJ, the FBI, CIA, NSA, all the spooks, man. And then you have all the other politicians that are career politicians making $200,000 a year, yet they're all millionaires. sucks,
The
man.
deep state.
Sucks.
So basically, this was just a little taste of just example
Good job,
of the
Jim.
thousands of things that the deep state has done that we have no idea
I knew this
what
was
they've
going to be
done.
good.
They've started wars. They're spending money. They came up with $110 million, for the war in Syria back in 2011, and now you hear one side going crazy, not asking the Republicans how are they getting the money to do all of this stuff now. So
Yeah, good job. Hey, I'll say this. So I heard through the grapevine that Trump is going to sign a deal with Putin where Russia will be offering the United States rare minerals, right? The same deal that we wanted to do with Zelensky, but it didn't pan out. Russia, I think, has made that offer to the United States. I might be totally wrong on this, okay? It's just a thought here, guys. But what if Russia offered that same deal to the United States? The United States takes that deal, stops sending weapons then to Ukraine and supporting Ukraine against Russia, right? Do you think that's possible? Do you think that is a thing?
nice thought.
I'm kind of like leaning teetering on that because they talked about how the president and Putin are meeting, right, in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting spot to be meeting, too.
That is.
Very interesting. I wonder if there'll be the no-fly zone area that we're not allowed to go to.
How far is Alaska and Russia? Is it like 200 miles?
It's not. I think Russia's right there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to think how close Russia is to Alaska.
And guess what? It doesn't matter anyway because Russia has military bases in Antarctica, which is not far from Alaska, right? Correct?
I am not good at that.
Somebody out there, please help us with that information. Okay.
Isn't the Antarctica, isn't that the southern pole?
I don't know. I get them all confused, man.
The North Pole and
I
the
just
Antarctica.
live here on Earth.
Okay,
Do
now
the
that we've
best I
proven we
can.
know nothing.
We know nothing. Yes. We just speculate on stuff. But yeah, I kind of feel like Trump's going to make a deal with Putin, and that deal is going to include rare minerals. And then we're going to stop sending weapons to Ukraine. And then all hell is going to break loose between Russia, Poland, and NATO. Mark my words.
Poor Europe. They're done.
Europe
for.
is
They're done for.
Oh boy, it's gonna be interesting. Hey, I saw video of Putin just taking it to Trump. Like, don't tell us what to do. We are Russia. We'll do whatever we want. You don't tell us what to do. You don't dictate us.
I haven't seen that one.
Peace plan. Yeah, it was really
Is that recent?
impressive.
Just recent, apparently.
Yeah, very recent.
Wow.
All right, so Jim, we've come to that time, right? We had a great show, great interview, lots of great stuff to talk about.
Wasn't bad. My brain was a little bit slow today, but
Slow brain.
yeah, slow brain dray.
Sully said, my cousin served in the Coast Guard, nowhere near 200 miles. It's probably closer to 45 or 50.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
And Brian said the Antarctica and Alaska is on the opposite sides of the Earth. Is it, though? Is it? They tell us that, but I don't know, man.
They also
Flat
said,
Earth.
Yeah, the flat Earth.
They tell us the Earth is round. They tell us that they've been to the moon, but we hear differently. I don't know if I believe any of it. As above, so below. The filament.
I could hand you a rock and you could say it's from the moon. How do you prove that actually?
Right. They've been lying to us for so long. Nothing. Up is down. Down is up. It's a loop. It's a matrix. We have no idea what we're doing.
But we're having fun doing it.
Having a
with
good time.
Outlaw Radio Nation, which unfortunately it might be time to
Time
say
to say
goodbye.
goodnight. Jim Morrison once said, I'm going to get my kicks before this whole shit house comes down. We've been Outlaw Radio Nation. I want to thank you so much. Don't forget, August 23rd, you could see this guy, Mr. Moonlight, at Circuit Vortex in Cleveland with Matt J. Chase, Michael Blody, Idiot Cargo. Show starts at 9. It's free, peeps. We're sponsored by BVS Film Studios as Zenify, Sacred Vortex, Wild Cucumber. We try to bring you killer music, awesome graphics, amazing interviews, and thought-provoking content. And interviews are on the way from Alan Green, Butch Armstrong, Calavera, and many more. We've been Outlaw Radio Nation. We love you. Stay classy, Cleveland. And this is 51 Boneyard with Summertime.
Stay alive, everybody.
Stay alive. Behave yourselves. We've been Outlaw Radio. You have a fantastic evening.
Got kicked out of med school, too technical for me. Gained practical knowledge from watching TV. Got a scalpel from China, a degree in the mail. Practice on lab rats, how can I fail? Summertime raised to death, it's my vocation.